Welcome to Shade in the City. I'm Betty.
I'm Janet. Miss Jackson, if you're nasty.
And we're here for our Halloween edition. We're going to be reviewing Ready to Love, episode 3 or 4, depending on what you count. You know, Own says it's 4. We say it's 3. But come join us because it's about to get shady. All right, so we start this episode 3 or 4 off, whatever.
Why can't you just accept it's episode
and
4?
We see what I call the council. They sit down with nephew Tommy and they say, hey, now it's your turn, guys. You get to eliminate one of the ladies. So really sit down, make these connections, and really figure out who you want to get rid of, who you feel like is not really here and ready to love. So you can tell there's a sense of like nervousness because they're like, oh, we got to start being serious about these hoes. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see, but I'm excited.
So here we have Frank and Aisha.
They're cute.
I think they're super cute, and I think he's a much better match than Carrington's ass. He's grown and sexy. He's got like a real job.
I love the beard.
He's got a real job. He's not in the nightlife. And apparently he's been feeling her since
the
get-go. Like, I had no idea. Like, and he shows it. I love it. Like,
he has no problem like letting her know, like, no, I'm here to serve you.
Exactly. Okay. So on this date they were playing pool, and she said she didn't know how to play pool. I think she was lying. I think she just wanted him to get up behind her. You know, see what she was working with.
To my bumper, baby.
And then they have this super cute scene where they're in the photo booth and flirting like crazy. And
oh, is that what you call it? Because I call it dry humping. But okay.
I think it was flirting. It was flirty.
That's either here nor there. Dry humping, flirting.
He said he is here for all of it. I think he really, really likes Aisha.
I would be here to hump somebody.
I think they're super cute. I really like them.
They are cute. And I'm not mad at y'all dry humping.
You just want to call it what it is.
Yeah, I'm just trying to call it what it is. And if I'm not mistaken, it was the first date. So, I mean, to each its own. If you dry hump on the first date, that's what you do. No judgment. All right, y'all. We got to do this real quick because we got kids.
And they're loud as hell.
And we have tried to film this. This is the third time.
That's our mistake. So in this scene, we have Courtney and Corey, Camille and Cornelius. And Corey is feeling the hell out of Courtney. And apparently she's feeling him too because she let him all in her face. And I was shocked. He asked, am I making you uncomfortable? Which, I mean, for creepy Corey, I thought was different. I didn't expect him to even ask. I expected him to.
That is a point. He at least asked. So.
Exactly, because when he got all in her face, I was like, but he did ask. You know, am I making you uncomfortable?
That doesn't make me uncomfortable.
She was feeling it. Then,
but you know, she's with the touch.
Then, Camille and Cornelius. Camille asked him about his finances, basically, and he's like, you know, I think, didn't he ask her like, what you got, student loans? And she's like, yeah, you know, you're supposed to take those till you die. He's like, no.
Oh, he did say that. She did say that.
And he was like, no, I ain't got no debt. The only debt I got is my house, which he's supposed to, that's normally about, 30 years? And she's like, oh, so like all your money goes to savings? And she sounds shocked.
This is also the same one that last episode also asked Walter what his credit score was. So now I feel why Walter didn't even respond to you. Because you can't be out here asking people their credit scores and what they got when it sounds like you got more debt than everybody, baby.
And she looking for somebody to help her get out of debt. That's
okay,
what
that's
is.
what it sounds like. You looking for that check.
Father.
Let me have a sip of milk.
She ready to go in.
Now you see who we have on the screen, right? I just gave, now again, I give Tyrone props for being authentic. That does not mean you can be an asshole. Okay? So, you stupid. So, we see Carrie and Tyrone sit down, and basically, we've been awaiting this, right? Since last episode, because as we know, for Miss Shiloh, he had called her and told her that he really wasn't, that he couldn't handle entertaining this many women. And Carrie was one of those women that he just didn't have the capacity to no longer entertain.
I think she was the only woman.
So we see them sit down, and she just is like wanting to talk to him. Now, I will say this. You never want to use the word aggressive when you're addressing a black woman.
I was going to say, especially that.
However, Carrie, you did come off, like, I'm not going to say aggressive. You came off combative. You was looking for the shits. You were looking for your moment so you could pop off. You didn't want to be the angry black woman, but you were looking for your moment to be the angry black woman.
I think what it was she was upset, and she wouldn't.
And as she has a right to be.
But the problem was she didn't elaborate why she was upset. She should have said, "I'm upset because you came to me and you said it in a nasty way to me, but when you explained it to Shiloh, which you shouldn't have done,
explained it to her at all.
You explained it in a much nicer way, and you mishandled me." And I think that's what she should have said.
They also go on to talk about, basically Tyrone is like, I just felt like, the way you were coming at me, it made me feel like a lot of pressure, and I'm trying to get to know everybody. And she was like, I don't see that as aggressive. I see that as interest.
She was like, there was no pressure. She was like, I was showing interest.
And I will say this, guys. It is kind of funny how thirsty ass Corey can run around here and ask for everybody's number and be in everybody's face. And that we would call it interest, right? He's just interest, besides the fact that he's a creep.
We don't call it interest.
Well, we don't call it interest. But we look at males and we say, oh, they're just interested. But then poor little Carrie, she just shows that she's interested in, hey, what you doing? Or did your date go well?
We don't call it interest. We call it thirsty. If you're doing too much, we call it thirsty.
Carrie, I'm trying for you, girl. All I'm saying.
So I think that he doesn't want to call the woman thirsty. I don't know how she was acting. Okay. Once the cameras go off.
Yeah.
So I don't know. What I've seen, she didn't come off that way. But apparently that's the vibe that he got. And you can't also call a woman thirsty.
Or aggressive.
So, I mean, what term do you use? What I think she should have just elaborated more on why she got upset, why she was hurt, and, let him know, moving forward, of course, we don't have a connection, or you feel that we don't have a connection, but moving forward in your next endeavor, you shouldn't speak to a woman like that, or, you should let her down a little bit easier.
Exactly. It could have been handled better. And I was just really surprised at Mr. Tyrone, who's supposed to be so just nice and sweet and reserved and what we thought. Y'all, I'm scared to press record because every time I do, a stampede of children come running through.
They love playing together.
This is not conducive.
We're going to act like we don't hear it. Okay? We're going to move.
If y'all can ignore that, we going to try to.
We're going to move forward and get through this video. That's what we're going to do.
So we see the lovely Moon and
Walter.
All right, Moon.
You jealous.
Oh, there's no jealousy here.
Why there's no jealousy?
Because I know where Walter's head is. Okay. I appreciate him giving you some time.
Oh.
Now, it was a really cute date. He didn't even take you for no food. I'm just saying.
Is it weird that, to me, it's not a date unless there's
food involved?
Like, I understand, nephew Tommy, he said to switch it up, no like restaurants, but does that mean that there can't be no food? I need food. I'm gonna feel like it's not really
even if he would have done this setup and then had a picnic basket with a little bit of wine,
that would have been so beautiful.
That's what I'm saying. Where's Shiloh when we need her intimacy coach? She would have thought of that. She would have thought of that with some strawberries.
No. Actually, I feel you're gonna kill me, but creepy Corey actually probably would have thought of that since he thought of flowers at the skating rink.
That's true.
So I mean,
But yeah, Walter,
creepy Corey.
The effort. That's why I said, Mummy, it's cute, but he ain't even feed you, baby. So he might like you, and I think Mummy like him, and he shared with her that, and I just love his vulnerableness. She
was vulnerable too.
You were talking about Walter. So he talks about how his dad lives in the Philippines and he really has no relationship with him. He wishes him a happy birthday on Facebook every year. And he says that he's tried to, mend fences with his father. And at this point in his life, he's just kind of good. And I completely understand. Because at some point, it is not your job to be the parent. They are still the parent. I don't care how old they get.
And because it's Walter.
You know what? And then I guess Mummy went through something. Do you want to talk about what she went through? Because I don't remember. Walter went through some tragic shit. I don't know what. I don't know what Mummy went through.
We're just gonna go to the next thing.
All right. So as Chanel is over here being theatrical, we see this scene where it's a cute little double date. We got our man Phil. We see our girl Carrie, Dante, and Shiloh. And we basically see them kind of working it out, getting fit. Carrie lets us know that she wants to be stretched, folded, bend it over, and bust it open during this workout. However, she has problems bending it over.
Miss Jackson.
What? What? It came from nowhere.
Miss Carrie.
She's really into her costume, guys.
I really am.
Okay. So anyway, the cutest part about this scene was seeing Shiloh and Dante have a heart-to-heart, and they're basically having an intimate conversation about, kind of what their love language is and what turns them on and the gestures that they like. And it was really dope because it wasn't like a freaky, nasty conversation. It was just like, no, like, what is your definition of discreet PDA, or what do you like, or what do you prefer? And I just thought that was like really, she clearly is good at her. Charlotte, I may be calling you, girl. You were really good at your job. I can tell just from watching this, you were really good at your job. I'm surprised you ain't got no man yet, though. This is what's so surprising, because you are so good at what you do. But
because she coaches people who already have a man.
That part. Like I said, I'm calling you. So, and then we also see Phil and Carrie. Carrie basically, she wasn't really giving much. Did we really want to say anything about Carrie? No, you don't want to say nice things about Carrie. So basically, I just feel like they're not that into her. She tries to and I don't want to use the word aggressive, interest, but she comes at Dante and she's like, yes, do you want me? Do you want me? Like, and that's why I said I don't want to call it aggressive, because I think anybody else could have asked that question, but because Tyrone has already expressed to us that she comes on a little strong, that maybe you're like, and this is really bad to say, you're not creepy, you're not like Corey status, but maybe you just come off a little strong. Let's get it together.
Okay, so on this side, here. Right next to Trish.
Oh, no, okay.
No, it's this side.
It's my side is here.
Trish, you point to us.
No, I promise you, look.
Look at who you pointing to.
To see it.
I'm not pointing there.
Oh.
I'm pointing to Zadia and Naeem. We can't see your hands. Okay, so Zadia and Naeem, They are they're making their own little drink. What was it called? Chocolate City.
Oh yeah, it was like Chocolate City something.
I don't know, but it was super sexy.
It was.
It was super sexy.
It was a Chocolate City cocktail.
Yes, and it's like a super sexy in this scene. It's dark.
The ambiance.
It's
of it all.
nice lighting.
Now I knew he was. See, this is my whole like the ambiance. I'm all the dark lighting. My boo
They're
fusses at me all the
glowing.
time about lights being on. All he needed some incense, and we would be good to go.
Erica Badu on
Okay.
stage. Let me tell you.
Right. Oh my.
Right? Like this is a nice little setting.
It's a vibe. When they say this is a vibe.
It is a vibe.
Naeem did a very good job with this date.
Or we're assuming he planned it.
I think he planned it. I think he
You
planned
think
it.
so?
He comes off to me like he would.
Like
He'll
a little
think
sexy
outside,
little
yeah.
vibe. I think it was cool. It was cool. Then over here, okay, we have Tasia and we have
Frank.
Frank. He made her a drink. What did he say? He gotta shake it up.
To see her.
He gotta shake it up.
He was giving a lot of shade.
It was a lot. It was a lot. And she named the drink To See Her, which was cute. I thought it was cute. It was clever, and but he really wasn't feeling the vibe. Apparently, this is their first date. And he thought that he should get to try and know her, and he felt like all she did was talk about her profession.
Y'all see my face?
Which, if you watch Kevin Samuels, that is a no-go. Okay, guys who are quality men.
That was
They don't
Frank's
really-
face. That was Frank's face the whole time
They
she
don't
was
really
talking.
give a damn about your profession.
He was like,
he
I
said,
asked you about
he
you.
said, who are your friends? Like, he wants to get to know her. And
I climbed the ladder. I'm a black successful woman, and that's Tasia.
it's great. It's a great
We are
accomplishment.
here for you. And what she said, I had my master's by 22. That's super dope. But guess what? He's not gonna fall in love with you because of your master's. He's not gonna fall in love with you because of what you accomplished professionally. He wants to get to know you as a person.
And it actually made me realize this is possibly why the other guys, including him, are not getting a vibe.
Good
from her
vibe.
because
Okay, and hold on. I ain't even get to sip my wine, but let me just say this. Tasia, why do we look like we are sitting on the couch getting ready to binge watch Squid Games for a weekend? You do not look like you are going nowhere for drinks, no happy hours. You might as well. I get the scarf. I get it. I have my little head wrap, but guess what? I don't wear it out, maybe out to 7-Eleven, maybe out to the liquor store.
well, no, I think that
But
was,
what I'm not doing is wearing it out on a date. You were only 2 steps from a bonnet, boo.
Okay.
2 steps from a bonnet.
all right. I think the head wrap is a little bit dressy, I think. And I feel like if it was matched with another outfit,
It
would have
may have flowed better.
exactly.
But she dressed
So
it
I
down.
feel like that's why you think that it is close to a bonnet. Because I mean, you can dress up a
It
head
gives
wrap.
me sitting on the couch eating bonbons.
Did you just give her Peggy Bundy? Did you give her Peggy Bundy? Though? Is that what you did?
If I went on a date like that, I wouldn't be mad if I didn't get a call back.
Okay.
And then all I talk about is my job. So I get dressed up for well, no, because she chooses and picks when she goes into work. So she doesn't even have to go in every day. And that's fine. I'm all for telework.
Which you would think, since you don't have to go in every day, you don't have to put in that effort every day, that when it's time to go
you
out,
pop out.
you're going to put in some effort.
And every other time that we've seen you, you've come dressed to the nine.
Yeah, you
So-
right now you look like you went to a cookout.
So that's all I'm saying. I'm not even attacking Tasia like that for real, because every time we've seen her, she has been dressed to kill. I just don't know what this is.
Yeah.
I don't know what this is.
I don't think it's really the head wrap.
And
it's
I
really
think
the outfit.
it's disappointing for Frank. And then to hear your conversation, which is all about your job, it's like, if you won't go come serving conversation, at least come serving with looks.
like Corey thought she did.
Yeah, just saying.
Deliberation time.
Deliberations, guys. So we see the guy sit down with nephew Tommy, and shit gets real. This is one thing. Do men really talk like this amongst each other?
We would never know.
We will never know, but they was telling it. We start off with your boy Corey.
Because that's who Tommy wanted to start with.
And I'll let you get into Corey.
So Corey is talking about the fact that he brought Courtney flowers, and he feels like he made a huge impression on her, which I understand he probably did because that's the impression he got at the skating rink. But it made Cornelius feel some type of way.
Can I say something?
Which makes me feel some type of way.
Can I say something?
What you want to say?
How many other girls? And we won't know yet. But see, because I already get an inkling
Because he copy and paste
of how Corey is, how many other girls got this same bouquet of flowers that you claim you just found and you went and got the tissue paper at the CVS and you wrapped it up and made it look all pretty? Negro bye. You probably, what you did, let me tell you what you did. You saw the man on the street off the highway.
Oh, no.
And bought the flowers and then went to CVS and wrapped them up.
Not the man on the street.
But you gave them to multiple women. I don't doubt that for a second, Corey. You're still a creep. Go ahead. Anyway.
So, what's crazy to me is then, well, not long after that, Cornelius speaks up and he talks about his connection that he has with Camille and is super strong, but also with Courtney. And Courtney actually called him and told him that the ball is in his court. So them flowers
and he better slam dunk that
mean shit.
Because she knew they was off the highway. I see that man. I drive past him every day. Like I said, we live in their area. We drive past 50 of them every day. He stopped at the man on the corner. And there's nothing wrong with that. They still roses. But it's don't act like you went.
He said he went to Flores.
Don't act like you went to the 1-800-Flowers. Don't do that.
He said he went to Flores.
The florist on the side of the corner.
He said he used his own paper.
Because he bought the bouquet, the $5 bouquet from the guy off the side of the road. That's why.
I would think if you went to a florist, paper is free. Why would you want to use your own paper?
He went to CVS and bought his own paper. He wanted to make it seem more so he could sell this whole, I went out in the garden and picked it for you and I made it extra special.
Regardless, it seems like it didn't work. Because Courtney is still clearly feeling Cornelius and I don't blame her.
Okay. Now that we're off the Cornelius infatuation, but he does really say that from day one, he was feeling Camille. That body, yaddy, yaddy.
Okay, he did call
her
curvaceous.
He called her curvaceous. And he said her personality, he loved her personality. He used the word love, y'all. He said he loves her personality. And everything that came with it.
I'm okay with Camille and Cornelius.
Okay.
I am. I'm okay. I'm okay with that.
Then we see our boy Tyrone. Tyrone out here making connection, genuine connection. He's like, I'm letting y'all know Shiloh is my number one. We've been sitting out here having late night conversations.
Shiloh is a lot of people's number one.
Of course, the intimacy coach. Because she knows how to get you on another level. That she sucks you in and you feel, oh, damn, I'm all wrapped up in Shiloh.
I'm the only one. She only wants me, so I only want her.
And she out here talking. She out here being a female Corey. Let me stop. I won't do that to Shiloh. But, he says that Shiloh's his number one. He's not really checking for nobody else. That's who his connection is really kind of solidified with. So I hope Tyrone don't get his little heart broken.
I feel like that's where Carrie was going with that. Kind of with the, I hope it works out for you and good luck. Like, I hope you find love here because everybody else is interested in somebody else and you're kind of at the bottom of the totem pole for everybody. They might be interested or like you some type of way, but that's kind of one of those things where like you're breaking up with your boyfriend and you're
hoping that you're gonna find something better.
You're like, oh, I wish you the best. You really don't.
You know.
And you don't foresee it, but you say it anyway because it sounds good. I feel like it's the same thing.
I like that point of view. All right, so we get to the final scene, deliberations or eliminations, rather. And we see Carrie sitting at dinner with Naeem, and then we see Cornelius and our girl, Tasia.
Our two favorite men.
Yeah. Well, mine's Walter, but so
My two favorite men.
so basically we see Cornelius break down to Tasia that the men feel like she has a wall up every time they speak to her. It has to do with her professional life, which we
They
referenced
didn't break
before.
it down to her. They broke it down to the confessional.
Well, that's part of the problem. They need to say that to her. But they're basically saying that you have a wall up that we can't get past. And Tasia being this particular scene, I'm gonna be honest, I felt like they chose the wrong person. And the reason I feel that way is because even Carrie was so like receptive and open to the feedback that Naeem was giving her, and maybe because it was Naeem and the way he was delivering it, and I can understand. But even Cornelius delivered it well.
I would be receptive.
And Tasia just being Tasia was like, but I made genuine connections.
Can you imagine what's gonna happen when she does actually go home? Because she ain't staying on here forever.
No. Tasia's going home. I don't know when, but it's almost like I feel like they scared to send her home now just because she
might fuck shit up.
Yeah. But basically we end up seeing our girl Carrie go home. And she's like, I wish I had more time, but thank you so much for sitting in it. Like she was super, just the energy.
Yeah,
it was super dope. And Tasia was just like, ain't nothing wrong with me. Like, why y'all, I don't even know why I'm sitting here again having this conversation. Like, you know what? I do think that you can love yourself. Tasia is the perfect example of what happens when you love yourself so much, no one else can love you. Because you think there's nothing wrong with you. You have nothing to fix, upgrade, add to, because you're already perfect. So no, babe, you're not ready to love. It'll be a minute. But they scared to send you home based on your reactions, which is it might make you a little crazy. Just saying. Thank you guys for tuning in to another review of Ready to Love, Season 4, Episode
4.
3 or 4.
4.
Episode 3 or 4. We thank you so much for your support. Please make sure you like,
comment,
share,
subscribe.
And we will catch you next week for another episode of Ready to Love. Bye-bye.
Front, back, side to side. Make sure you go like and subscribe. Front, back, side to side. Make sure you go like and subscribe. Hey!